To understand redox reaction, you should understand the terminologies what is oxidation and what is reduction. Chlorine reacts with hydrogen to form HCl. Now, hydrogen is getting added up in sodium chloride salt. It's an ionic salt. Sodium has got +1 charge, chlorine has got -1 charge. Oxidation number of all the elements in their elemental form in standard state is taken as 0. Hello my dear students, I am going to start with a new chapter today, that is redox reaction. Very easy as well as very important chapter. Okay, so we'll see what do you mean by redox reactions. First of all, to understand redox reaction, you should understand the terminologies what is oxidation and what is reduction. So we can explain oxidation in several ways. That is, oxidation is a process in which there is addition of oxygen. Okay, for example, you can see magnesium is reacting with oxygen, that is air. Okay, magnesium is reacting with oxygen gas. It forms magnesium oxide. So the oxygen is getting added to magnesium and this process is oxidation. Okay, so addition of oxygen is called as oxidation reaction. Or I can tell in terms of hydrogen, that is removal of hydrogen is called as oxidation. Now you can understand here H2S, that is hydrogen sulfide, reacts with chlorine, okay, to form HCl and sulfur. Now from H2S, hydrogen was removed to form sulfur, and thus this reaction we call it as oxidation reaction. Here removal of hydrogen from sulfur of hydrogen sulfide happened. So it is what reaction? Oxidation reaction. So what we can tell in terms of oxygen is it is addition of oxygen. In terms of oxidation, it is addition of oxygen. In terms of hydrogen, it is removal of hydrogen. Now one more way of telling is loss of electron and increase in oxidation number is also oxidation. For example, I'll take zinc metal. Okay, if zinc metal has lost electrons, losing of electrons, okay, from zinc metal I am removing 2 electrons, then zinc will come into +2 state. And what is lost? 2 electrons are lost, and this reaction is oxidation reaction. So loss of electron also is oxidation. Okay, and what happens here? Increase in oxidation number is happening. Zinc had 0 oxidation number, it is increased to +2. So during oxidation reaction there can be loss of electron and increase in oxidation number. So I hope you have understood oxidation. Next we'll see what is reduction reaction. So reduction is just the reverse of oxidation. But you can't write the definition like this. It is only for you all to understand. So what is reduction? Reduction is a process which involves removal of oxygen. Okay. For example, CuO, that is cupric oxide. Okay. When it reacts with carbon, carbon will take away oxygen from CuO to form copper metal. So oxygen is getting removed in the process, and this reaction is reduction reaction. What is it? It is reduction reaction. Okay. Now in terms of hydrogen, it is addition of hydrogen. For example, chlorine reacts with hydrogen to form HCl. Now hydrogen is getting added up to chlorine to form HCl. So it is which reaction? It is reduction reaction. So addition of hydrogen is reduction. Now in terms of electrons I want to tell. Okay, in terms of electrons, gain of electrons. What is it? Gain of electrons is reduction reaction, and during the process there is decrease in oxidation number. So for example, I'll take Cu plus 2 ion accepts 2 electron. It takes up 2 electrons to form copper metal. Okay, and this process is called as reduction reaction. Why? Copper ion is accepting electrons. It is gaining electrons to form copper metal. Now here you see plus 2 charge, it has become 0. So what happens there? There is decrease in oxidation number as well. Once again I am telling, what is oxidation? Oxidation is addition of oxygen, removal of hydrogen, loss of electron. Okay. What is reduction? Addition of hydrogen, removal of oxygen and gain of electrons. Now in terms of electrons is something which is very important for you all to remember for this chapter. So to remember, there is a shortcut. Okay. To remember, you can either remember oil rig, that is oxidation is loss of electron, reduction is gain of electron, or you can remember the word Leo for oxidation. Loss of electron is oxidation. So obviously opposite, gain of electron will be what? It will be reduction. So just remember these, any one of them, so that you don't get confused where there is a loss of electron, where there is a gain of electron. Okay. Now further, now you understood what is oxidation and what is reduction. Correct. Now what is the meaning of redox reaction? That is an overall reaction in which oxidation and reduction takes place. Both the things are taking place. What is happening? Oxidation as well as reduction is taking place simultaneously, is called as redox or oxidation reduction reaction. Okay, when both oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously in the overall reaction, we call it as oxidation reduction reaction or redox reaction. Now, for example, I'll take formation of sodium chloride salt. What is it? Formation of sodium chloride salt. Sodium chloride, we know it is ionic salt where Na is in the, that is the sodium is in the plus state, +1 state, chlorine is in the -1 state. Correct? So, how exactly is sodium chloride formed? And formation of sodium chloride is a redox reaction. So, what exactly is happening here is, we take sodium, which is a solid metal, and we take chlorine gas. Okay? And you will get sodium chloride, or I can write it as Na plus Cl minus also. Okay. Of course, to balance the equation, here 2 chlorine atoms I have, here only 1. So, I will have to put 2 over here and 2 over here. This is the overall reaction. When you see this reaction, you cannot make out that oxidation and reduction is happening simultaneously, and this is a redox reaction. So now if I write this reaction in 2 steps, that is, I'll write a step with oxidation reaction, I'll write a step with reduction reaction, and then when I add up, I'll get the same equation. Then that single step what you're writing, it is called as half reactions. Okay. So I'll write the oxidation half, where sodium is losing an electron. Okay. From sodium atom, you take out an electron, it becomes Na plus and electron is lost. So this is what reaction? Oxidation reaction. Correct? Now I'll take reduction reactions. Reduction reaction is chlorine atom I have got. What is it? Chlorine atom. That is actually 2 chlorine atoms I get from breaking of chlorine molecule. Okay. This will accept electrons. What it will do? It will accept electrons. Okay. As 2 chlorine I have written, 2 electrons are also required to give 2 Cl minus. To get 2 electrons, here also I require 2. So I will write 2. Okay. Now, if you see this, and here also it will be 2. Okay, if you see or if you add these two reactions, what will happen? See, 2 electrons are there in the left hand side and 2 electrons in the right hand side gets cancelled, and it will be like 2Na plus chlorine Cl, 2 atoms, I will write it as chlorine gas, will give 2Na plus Cl minus. So, first reaction which is showing the oxidation is called as oxidation half reaction. This is reduction half reactions. When I add that, I will get overall reactions. And such reactions where oxidation is also happening, reduction also is happening simultaneously, we call them as redox reactions. Next we will see about oxidizing agent or oxidant, okay, or acceptor of electrons, and about reducing agent or the reductant. Now, what is the meaning of oxidizing agent? You understood what is oxidation reaction, correct? Oxidation reaction is loss of electron. What is reduction reaction? It is gain of electron, correct? Now we are learning what is the meaning of oxidizing agent and reducing agent. Now again, we'll understand what is oxidizing agent and reducing agent with the same example. Okay. So first I shall read the definition. Reactant that oxidize the other reactant and itself gets reduced is in given reaction is known as oxidizing agent or oxidant. For example, I told you sodium is losing electrons to become Na plus and electron is lost. So this reaction is what? Oxidation reaction. Correct? And here sodium is getting oxidized. What is it? Sodium is getting oxidized, and thus sodium itself is a reducing agent. Okay. Now chlorine atom is accepting electrons to become Cl minus. Correct? So chlorine atom is getting what? It is getting reduced. So itself is called as oxidizing agent. So when you use the word agent, it should be opposite of the process what is happening to it. Okay. So again I'll read. The reactant that oxidizes the other reactant and itself get reduced in given reaction is known as oxidizing agent. Now this is getting oxidized, so itself is getting reduced. It is called as reducing agent. Here it is getting reduced and itself is getting oxidized, so it is called as oxidizing agent. Now in simple one more example I will give you all just to understand. If I take Fe2O3, okay, ferric oxide, I'll mix with aluminium, heated, I'll get aluminium oxide, Al2O3 and iron. Of course, I have to balance the equation. So this will be 2 and this will be 2. Okay. Now in this reaction, if you see, iron, okay, Fe2O3 is losing oxygen to become Fe. Correct? It is losing oxygen. Loss of oxygen, removal of oxygen is reduction reaction. Am I correct? So this to this is called as reduction reaction. Okay. And this is undergoing reduction. That means itself will is what? It is an oxidizing agent. Aluminium is accepting oxygen. That means it is undergoing oxidation reaction. But itself is a reducing agent. Okay. So Again you see reactant that oxidizes the other reactant. This reactant is giving away the oxygen to aluminium. So it is itself is undergoing reduction. So it is an oxidizing agent. This is accepting oxygen. So it is undergoing oxidation reaction. So itself is what? A reducing agent. It is opposite what we need to write. So what is reducing agent? Reactant that reduces the other reactant and itself undergoes oxidation. So this is undergoing what reaction? Reduction reaction means itself is oxidizing agent. If it is undergoing oxidation reaction, itself is a reducing agent. So this is how we recognize which is the oxidizing agent and which is the reducing agent. Okay. So that's about the oxidizing agent or oxidant or reducing agent or the reductant. Okay. Don't get confused. What is oxidation, what is reduction, what is oxidizing agent and what is reducing agent. You should be very, very clear with. Okay. Next is oxidation number or the oxidation state. Now what is the definition of oxidation number? The oxidation number or the oxidation state of an element in a compound is the real or apparent charge on one atom of the element. Now for example, I'll take sodium chloride. In sodium chloride salt, it's an ionic salt. Sodium has got +1 charge, chlorine has got -1 charge. So the oxidation state of sodium in sodium chloride is +1 and oxidation state of chlorine in sodium chloride is -1. These are real charges because it's ionic compound. Now I'll take water, H2O. Okay. Oxygen is having -2 charge, hydrogen is having +1 charge. But is it ionic compound? No. It is covalent bond which is present. That is why we tell it is the real or apparent charge. Apparent charge means actually the charge is not there, but I can give a charge like that. Okay. So hydrogen is having +1 charge and oxygen having -2 charge in water. They are apparent charges. They are not real charges. They are apparent. We are writing it, that's all. Actually, it's not an ionic compound. These are real charges. Real charges usually will be in the ionic compounds. Okay. So more about oxidation number or oxidation state, how to calculate. There are a set of rules to understand how to calculate the oxidation number. We'll understand one by one. Okay. So first, rules for calculation of oxidation number. First one, oxidation number of all the elements in their elemental form in standard state is taken as 0. That is, oxidation of number of elements. See, chlorine is present as chlorine gas, oxygen is present as oxygen gas. Then you can write ozone. Okay, iron in the solid state, it is metal ion, hydrogen, graphite, etc. All of their oxidation number is 0 because they are in the elemental state in the free form. Okay, they are free and they are in the elemental form. Oxygen exists as oxygen gas, not as oxygen atom. So O2 gas is having the oxidation number of 0. Iron, solid state, present as iron metal. So it is having the oxidation state 0. So the oxidation number of all the elements and their elemental form, that is the form which they are freely existing, all have to be taken as 0. Okay. Next, common oxidation number of the element of a group 1 alkali metal is 1. So if you have any alkali metal, their oxidation number is +1. So which are the alkali metals? Lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. Okay. So what is it? For lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, you have to take the oxidation number as +1. Okay. Then for the alkaline earth metals, common oxidation state of group 2 elements, that is alkaline earth metal is +2. Now which are the alkaline earth metals we have? The group 2 elements are beryllium, magnesium, calcium, barium, strontium. So all of this will have oxidation number +2. You have to remember the elements and which group they belong, alkali metals and alkaline earth metals. Okay. For ions composed of only one atom, the oxidation number is equal to the charge on the ion. For example, I told you sodium ion, oxidation number is +1. Fe +2, oxidation number is +2. Okay. Then I can write Cl minus, oxidation number is -1. So, if it is a single ion, what is the charge on that ion? That is the oxidation number. Okay. Next, the oxidation number of oxygen in most of the compound is -2, while in peroxide like H2O2, Na2O2, each oxygen atom is assigned the oxidation number -1, and in superoxide like KO2, RbO2, each oxygen atom is assigned the oxidation number of -0.5. So remember, all oxides, common oxygen is got the oxidation number -2 except peroxide and superoxide. In peroxide, it's -1, and in superoxide, it is -0.5. Okay. Then in oxygen difluoride, OF2, the dioxygen difluoride like O2F2, the oxygen is assigned +2 and +1 charge. That is, in OF2, remember it has got +1 charge. O2F2, it has got +2 charge. So this is regarding oxygen, what you need to remember. Normally all oxygen -2, only peroxide -1, superoxide -0.5, OF2 is +1, O2F2 is +2 charge on oxygen atom is what you need to remember. Okay. Next, the oxidation number of hydrogen is +1, but in metal hydride, its oxidation number is -1. Only in metal hydride, it is -1. Okay. Next, in all its compounds, the fluorine has the oxidation state -1. Fluorine always the oxidation state is -1. Last is the algebraic sum of oxidation number of all the atoms in the compound must be 0. In polyatomic ions, the algebraic sum of all the oxidation numbers of the atoms in the ion must be equal to the charge of the ion. What is the meaning of this? Now, for example, for water, H2O, okay, you want to calculate the oxidation number of oxygen, for example. Hydrogen is always +1. Correct? No, except hydrides. This is not a hydride. So, +1 into how many are there? 2 hydrogen atoms. So, +1 into 2 plus oxygen, I'll take it as X is equal to 0. I have to take. That is, it is all the sum of all the oxidation numbers of all the atoms in this particular compound will be equal to 0. Okay. So, I can find out here 2 plus X is equal to 0, X is equal to -2. This is the oxidation number of oxygen. So, if you add now, -2 and +2 is equal to 0, correct? No. So, this is how we calculate the oxidation number. Now, for example, it is carbonate ion, CO3 2-. Now, I want to calculate the oxidation number of carbon I will take. Okay. So, carbon only one atom is there, it is X plus oxygen, what I have to take always? -2. So, -2 into how many oxygen atom I have? 3 is equal to, now I can't put 0. Now I have to put -2. Why? Because it is a polyatomic ion. Okay. So, this should be -2. So, X plus -6 is equal to -2. X is equal to -2 plus 6. So, X is equal to +4. Now, count and see. +4 and -6 is how much? -2, and the charge is -2. So, what you have calculated is correct. So, understand, if it is a molecule, the algebraic sum of oxidation number of all the atoms is equal to 0. In polyatomic ions, the algebraic sum of all the oxidation number of all the atoms of ions must be equal to the charge of the ion. Okay. Now, remembering all of these rules, we'll learn to calculate the oxidation number of some of the molecules or ions. For your exam, they can ask the question like this as calculate the oxidation number of underlined atom in the given compound. Okay. So, you have H2SO4. Okay. Sulfur. I don't know the oxidation number. It is underlined. I need to calculate. So, how I'll do? I'll take X for sulfur. Okay. Now, I have to remember my rules. For hydrogen, what is the common oxidation state? +1. For oxygen, common oxidation state is -2. So, +1 into 2. Why 2? Because I have 2 hydrogen atom in H2SO4. So, into 2 plus X plus, for oxygen is -2. How many oxygen atom? 4. So, 4 into -2 is always equal to 0. So, 2 plus X minus 8 is equal to 0. If I solve this, +2 and -8 is -6. -6, if I take it on the other side, it becomes +6. So, X is equal to +6. That means oxidation number of sulfur is +6. Okay. Similarly, HNO3 we have. Nitric acid. HNO3. Nitrogen is the atom which is underlined. So, again I remember hydrogen +1, oxygen is -2 I have to take. So, +1 into only one hydrogen. So, into 1 plus X, nitrogen I have to find out. Next is oxygen, -2 into 3 is equal to 0. I'll get X is equal to +5. Okay. Some more we'll calculate till you get the gist of it. I shall do one more set of, calculation of oxidation number. Now, you can try doing on your own as I am doing on the board. Okay. So, here I have MnO4 minus. Okay. So, I have to calculate for manganese now. Okay. X, I'll take plus oxygen. What is the common oxidation state? -2. So, I'll take this as -2. Okay. Into how many oxygen atoms I have? 4. Is equal to -1. Why did I put is equal to -1? Because it has got the charge of -1. It's a polyatomic ion. Okay. So, now X plus 4 2s are 8. So, this is -8 is equal to -1. X is equal to -1 plus 8. So, X is equal to +7. Okay. Similarly, for carbonate, actually I did this again. For carbon, I have to calculate. I'll take it as X. Oxygen is -2 into how many oxygen atom? 3 is equal to -2. So, X plus -6 is equal to -2. X is equal to -2 plus 6. X is equal to +4. Okay. So, for carbon it is +4. Same way, for HSO4 minus, for sulfur I have to calculate. Hydrogen is +1 into 1 plus X. Oxygen -2 into how many oxygen atom? 4 is equal to -1. So, this is 1 plus X plus -8 is equal to -1. -8 plus 1 is -7. So, X is equal to -1 plus 7. So, X is equal to +6. So, for sulfur again I am getting it as +6. Same way, for KMnO4 we'll do for manganese. Okay. Potassium. Now, potassium is which metal? Alkali metal or alkaline earth metal? It is alkali metal. What is the common oxidation state for alkali metal? +1. So, here it is +1. Okay. Only one potassium I have. So, into 1 plus X plus -2 into 4, because oxygen I have 4 is equal to 0. So, 1 plus X plus -8 is equal to 0. X is equal to +7 I'll get. Okay. Same way, for potassium dichromate I shall do now. Okay. Here for chromium I have to calculate. Now, here you have to be careful. Potassium is an alkali metal. It has got what is the charge? +1. So, +1 into 2 plus. Now, chromium I have Cr2 there. I can't take it as X only, because I have 2 chromium atoms. It will be 2X plus oxygen is -2. How many you have? 7. So, into 7 is equal to 0. Okay, so this is 2 plus 2x plus minus 14 is equal to 0. So 2x is equal to minus 14 plus 2 is minus 12, which I go on taking on the other side, it is 12. So x is equal to 12 divided by 2, which is 6. So x is equal to plus 6. So this is how we calculate the oxidation number. I hope you have understood. If not, pause the video, watch again and try to calculate the oxidation number of whatever I have done here. Okay. So coming class, I shall start with stock notation and types of redox reaction. So thank you, my dear children. I hope you have understood today's class. Stay tuned, stay focused.